I did not know that the man was protecting me. It was when the thing happened, the man came with 2 boxes of tapes and said to me, say, sir, I'm sorry, I had to lie to you, but I knew. He said, an elderly man is late now. His wife is still a trusted member of the church. He said, I know you because he has known me since the days of Maurice Ewulo.
Yes.
He used to be in Trem, and Bishop Magogun was our director for Maurice Ewulo there. So he's known me since then. He said, I've known you since you're a young man. I've seen you. And when I packed into this area and I saw you a pastor, I came to your church and I watched you. He said, I've seen women destroy the lives of men and the ministries of men. He said, many of those videos that you kept asking for, I kept it because those videos must not enter the public domain. And the guy said something that I never discovered. I thought it was good. It was when the guy said it that I realized that it was bad. Every year when I'm doing my birthday, my ex will always do almost the same thing every year. Help me thank this man, help me beg him, help me apologize to him. You know, all these young men, he's a fine man. You know, all these women matter. You know, he's doing wisdom for single women everywhere. You know, sometimes they will take his handkerchief. Not everybody see, you know, God has told me to let him be, let him be. Me, I was seeing it as, she's, you know, but the man said, no, she's sowing a seed to let people believe maybe you have women problems that have been around. I've seen, he said, we know you don't. Wow. He said something she will come to church and say, please let me beg him. I'm sorry, I'm releasing you to do your ministry. God has told me to let you go, to let you know all kinds of things. The guy brought videos. See, this is the video. I had to escape because I'm like, so people started telling me things, saying, we know. Nobody go anywhere. When I called the leaders and I called all the workers class, 400 people, I told them, and I said, look, this is my part of the story. This is her phone number. This is where she is. Go and do your own investigation. If you find me wrong, come back. Of course, some people cannot handle somebody. Yes. But we entered it with the mind of starting all over again. And grace spoke for us. And today we're still here, strong. And I'm grateful to God for a second chance. I'm grateful to God for life. And we're here doing the will of God. I'll continue to do the will of God.
Wow.
So it's been...
So there's pain in
there's
divorce.
Pain in it, my brother.
People need to realize that.
There's pain. You can't, don't there's pain. I said, by 10 years old, but he asked me, we're all America. The guy asked me, say, my brother. And he said, what you go tell him? What you go tell him? You don't reach 10 years. And I said, well, we're praying. They will say, we have been praying, Daddy. We have been praying. When will they come? You understand? So you also have questions because you know your track. You're like, okay, what would they have told these people that makes me become devil now? When I have evidence that I exonerate people? You know, you might want to go and prove it, but that's not Christianity. Just relax in the will of God. Just cast the body unto the Lord. We're talking of a 1990, so by October, this October now, October 31st, my first daughter will be 25 years old. She was born October 31st, Halloween, 1998. My son was 23 in June 27, year 2000, 23 years old. So is he a 25-year-old boy or 23 years old boy that you want to say they don't know Olumide Emmanuel is their father and it's on TV and it's on social media and they can't Google to find out? Yes. So definitely there's another.
How long ago did you?
No, the last time I saw them was when they left, when they graduated from primary school.
That's how many years ago? That's
like almost 17 years now.
17 years?
Yeah, because she was 8 and 6. So 23 minus 8, yeah, that's like 18 years or so. 17, I don't know, mathematics is not my so that was it.
Wow. So people need to realize that divorce is not like it's an easy option.
It's not. So people move around with scars. People move around with body. So me now, my prayer is, okay, so I've labored to bring forth 3 children and I have 1. What's happening to the remaining 2? Yeah. Where are they? So I pray for them every day. I pray for them every week. All their birthday, we fast and pray. We believe God for their life. It's a journey. So nobody should just, because these films here, I see a lot of people say, you guys, I don't know. Because see, the problem with people is that, you see, a lot of people are just not matured. They now come up with irreconcilable difference. There's nothing like that. It's irreconcilable people. Yes. There is no problem we cannot solve except a problem we cannot discuss. Yes. Except a problem we cannot discuss. So a lot of people, I look at it and I just say, these people, they don't understand. But it's better to learn by revelation than to learn by experience. And by the time you learn by experience, you will have failed. So in the beginning, it was not so. Till now, it's still not so. It's not the will of God for you to end up in divorce. It's not the will of God for you to be but it's not the perfect will of God. But if it happens, then it doesn't mean you have sinned against God. Yeah. God loves you, and God will, it's like GPS. If you miss this road, you will calculate and you will still get to your destination. So God may take you around, but he will always lead you right. And I pray for everyone that is in a difficult marriage, that God will give them the wisdom, the grace, and the intervention to solve it, and to be able to find joy again in the midst of that marriage. And I pray for those that are already separated, that God will bring restoration. And those that are divorced, that God will just give them strength and courage to move on and perfect all that concerns their life. Because what people don't also realize is that second marriages.
Yes, I was going to go there.
And in
higher percentage of them.
Percentage of divorce second marriage is higher than the first one. Because many times people that leave their mind, they think the grass is greener on the other side. It's not greener, it's synthetic fiber.
Yeah.
It's because the other person is watering their own grass. If you water your own, it will grow. Because most of the time people are just selfish.
Yes.
It's just selfishness. And they're looking for one thing or the other too.
So people, the point is that, people should not take divorce lightly.
No.
It's not just for flippant reasons.
No.
Oh, we're not more understanding ourselves. We've grown apart. All these things are things that can be helped, that can be fixed. It's only when it has reached a stage where really you've gone for therapy, you've gone for counseling, because some people just say on their own, we're not working anymore. No. Have you ever, submitted the thing to an expert, to a professional, to prayers, to counseling, to a community? There are many steps before you reach the point where you feel you must break up. But I see
there's this issue of, I don't want people in my business. When you divorce, it will become our
business.
Which business? I don't want
people and when you got married, we came for wedding.
Our business. We all came. You know the way it was our business. We buy Ashwebi now. The Ashwebi is older than the wedding. You now tell me, make I know where Ashwebi again. I buy Ashwebi 50K. You divorce 3 months later. I never use my 50K. I go wear that cloth. I go wear.
So it's not so don't just jump out. That's what we're saying. There are so many stages from where you have difficulty in your marriage to where you're actually divorced. There are so many stages, and I see people trying to short circuit it and want to run away. People, I know human beings just have their own nature. So even no matter how much we say don't divorce, people still have a mind of their own. So, but as a child of God, there are standards we live by. There are structures God has put around us to make us get help. There are counselors, there's community, there are pastors, there are professionals, there's family. There's so many structures. So we're not saying just jump out. He has shown you that divorce is not easy. But let's go to the last phase of this thing now. So if somebody is divorced, one of these things have happened. Either they've been abandoned, they've been abused seriously, or there's consistent, incessant, unrepentant adultery. And for some reason, this marriage has ended. Now, what are the things the person should do on their way towards remarriage?
Number one, be healed. Number one, be healed. Go through your healing process. I had to go for therapy. I had to do a lot of stuff too, because it's my area. So there are things I could do for myself, and there are things I had to do. Met with someone in the UK and had some sessions, so I had to go through my own experience, both spiritual, personal, and then professional, to heal. So number one is be healed, because most of the time you have where you get out of one relationship, and then you want to quickly jump into the next one.
Rebound. Yes, love on the
rebound. So no, you don't do that when it comes to. So once you come out, be healed, and it takes a while. So everybody's healing process is different. So number one is be healed. Number two is do that thing that I told you to do.
Yes.
Do those things that I told you to do.
Find out what went wrong.
Find out what went wrong.
What was my part in it?
What was my part in it?
What
lessons have I learned? So do that. It will be part of the healing thing, so that you can identify things that you can correct and adjust going forward. Because I remember when she became pregnant for this first child, even though I'm a handsome father, I'm everywhere, I didn't understand pregnancy. How you would just be manifesting. Plus your normal manifestation, you can't add that one. Then you are hungry, you do what's this? But in my frustration, and God asked me a simple question. Have you ever read a single book on pregnancy and childbirth before? I said, no. I said, why will you impregnate your wife without reading a book on pregnancy? And now we're selling books. You see the irony? I didn't understand pregnancy. So many people are not even equipped for what you don't understand marriage, you are married.
Yes,
you don't understand
pregnancy, you're bringing children.
So I didn't do a lot of things well. I didn't give the kind of support a pregnant woman needed at the early part, because I didn't understand that was this one you get. You are going to church, forget it. You must be in church. You can't miss service. Say, I'm not feeling fine. Feel fine. Stand up. So now that can be, I'm an abusive husband.
Yes.
Because how can you force me to go to church with 3 months? Don't be 3 months first trimester. It's the worst trimester. What's that? You're going to church. So I'm actually abusive if you follow it from that. So, because it's my own I'm talking. I used to talk out now.
Yes.
You go talk out.
Yes.
So, but when I met to God, I just believe my personal quiet time. I cry out to God, and He said, you don't know that you are wrong. So I went to buy books on pregnancy, read it, and that's when I understood a lot of things. I was now the one teaching now about pregnancy, and then to today now, from there I developed curriculum. These are things we used to set up. We set up marriage committee in church, set up all kinds of things. Those misery has become a ministry. Those experiences so number one is be healed. Number two is do that as well, and then give it time. Then number three is when you meet someone that you believe you want to get married to, then you need to be open and honest with them, to let them know that look, because the person I got married to is still a church member, and by the time it got to the point of we're going to get married, I have to look. This is the reality of things. You may not know, but these are things. But the fact that you know me does not mean, and you're a young person. I got married to her as a virgin. She's a virgin, I'm like, waiting, which qualification I get? God bless me, virgin. Is that this guy why again? No? You know, so I said, look, this is the divorce document. These are the recordings. So she's not interested in listening to the recording. I said, no, so that you can know that, say, no, that she doesn't want anything to pollute her mind. And so you can go and do your investigation. These are people. I can book appointment with you for Dr. Luka. I can book appointment with Bishop Oyedepo. Go and find out if you want to do any investigation so that you can. So make sure that whoever you are meeting, you give full disclosure. Sure. And I made that known. I'm not seeing the children, so they may show up tomorrow. So not that we have children now, then they will show up tomorrow. You will not be. So you are married a man with 2 children that may show up tomorrow. And once they show up, their place none can take.
Yes.
So those are realities of things that you have to face to know that, okay. And I've had investment, I've had all kinds of before I get married, and all these things are in the name of this person, nothing's going to change. So those are realities. You have to let that be open discussion. Then do your due diligence. Don't just take anything on face value. Because people will just tell you half-truths, and they will exclude some information, and then when you have entered, they start telling you this and telling you that. No. Make sure that you do your due diligence. Don't just believe them. Go and investigate. I investigated every major thing that needed to be investigated. I did my due diligence so that I'll be sure that I'm entering with my eyes open, my spirit alert, not that they deceived me into it. No, they didn't deceive you. You were not willing to do what needed to be done. So do your due diligence, ask the right question, and don't allow your emotion to overrule your sense of reasoning. Don't allow your emotion to overrule your sense of reasoning, because sometimes I'm very practical. So it's as practical as I have 2 kids in my life. My plan was to have only 2 children. So now that I'm getting married, that you are a virgin, you don't have a child, how many you want? He say you don't want any picking. I say no, that's not normal. How can you be a woman say you don't want picking? Something what went wrong to you? What is your problem? Because that's my job. For a woman to say I don't want a child, it's not before something's wrong. There's a trauma you are dealing with. I say what happened? Her mother died at childbirth. She's first. The brother was married and was born, and the mother died at childbirth. So that was there. And my mother died that I would die. I said, it's a demonic thing. We'll deal with you. And so at least let's do one. That's why we have one. I said, let's just do one. Because me, I don't want extra. So if you say, if you want 2 now, make it for 4 too much. I know poverty. And so they knocked up.
But Mama, you're rich now. You can have plenty.
Forget that side. Every child is minus 15 years. Which child is every child is minus 15 years. The quality of life, you can all these children. Many people now, children, by the time they enter secondary school at the same time, secondary school at 3 times a year, university at twice a year.
Wait, because this is a video I'm going to shoot later, because the people that are not ready or even equipped to take care of children are the ones that are having 7, 8. But Bishop, people like you, people like you, that number 1, you are emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially capable. You are the one that used to be having 10, 12.
For what?
To help the nation.
Those people are giving birth to children as an investment. Their children are like a retirement plan for them. So they are giving birth to children as if it's this one no make and this one will make her. They will take care of me in old age, and that's not scriptural. It is parents that lay up for the children, not children that lay up for the parents. Wealth is not sexually transmitted. So you don't marry because a man is rich. Your husband is rich does not make you rich. And children are not your retirement plan. You don't give birth to. That's what leads to black tax and lead to all this transgenerational, problem that we have. Because they don't have any no AC, no generator, no cable. So the only recreation they have is Mama Caro enter room. That's the only recreation. It's free of charge. And they just lay children like eggs. And at the end of the day, they have children they cannot take care of, and it becomes a problem to their future. Because your last born plus 25 years is your deliverance. So the day your last born is 25 years, so that's when you'll be free, in quotes, from school fees and responsibility. So add 25 years to your age when you have it. So if you are giving birth to children, so people don't understand. Look, as I did, so now today I don't do school run. I don't wake up. I don't do uniform. Nobody's even bringing my boxer. They just wait. I said, "Nami go bring boxer. I go to your bring boxer." This morning, I don't do that one at my age.
Yes.
The school run PTA, that's what now? This is something I don't live since 2000. I've left that thing 13 years ago. I'm here now. Yeah, so it's not, no.
Okay. Go ahead.
So make sure you do your due diligence then. And then when you get married, don't compare your past with your present or your future. That comparison is a problem that a lot of people have. And it's a function of not being healed, and also a function of not understanding that everybody is the same. One of my friends, when I was getting married, he said, at least you're a professor now. You need to look at this one. That you say you understand marriage. I say, no, there's nothing like that. Every woman is the same. It's like a child. Every child is unique. That this one, you are starting afresh. Yes. And I told my wife, I said, come, don't say he's married before. I don't know anything, because I've never met you before. It's not so, I don't know you. So just see me as somebody, because if you think that I have experience, you'll be expecting something. It's a realistic expectation of something I don't know you. I've never met you before on this level. So how do you think that there's any experience that is coming to know? We have to know each other together. And all those also, and then we have to help each other to know how to, and it's a lot. So you need to make sure that there's no comparison, and then face the reality of the fact that whosoever you marry comes with their own baggage. Everybody you marry, you are getting married to their past, their present, and their future. The past, you know some. The one they told you, and the version they made you to know. There are many pasts that will be unveiled that you have to now live with. Their present, you also know some. the one that you are seeing, the way you interpret it, but their future you don't
know at all.
And you have to enter by faith.
Faith.
And just know that the God that controls tomorrow is not planning for you to fail. And that's the way it goes. So, got married to a virgin. All the one they were talking wedding night, we didn't have sex until like 1 month. Because she's a virgin. So you have to go through that process. Okay, you don't want to start. So it's not there. So when they were saying honeymoon, me and they say, oh, what is all this valor now? 3 weeks, 2 weeks, all this virgin thing. You have to be tutoring people. So this life. So those are things that they should learn. And then just know that it's a new marriage, and you have to learn, and you have to be committed to make it work. And then, let me now say this. Pray that you marry the right person. Because once you are a divorcee that is remarrying, you are actually at a, I don't know which language to use, but you are at a, I can say you are at a disadvantage.
Yes.
At a disadvantage. Because if anything goes wrong, you say,
yeah, this is why you...
That's why you don't do another one. So there are things you need to tolerate. There are things you need to see as part of your cross for the first one that's failed. So you have to, so in this marriage now, there are things I have to, it's not, I don't, just move on with this. It's not that deep. Thank God for the blessings of a good wife. Yes. You know, I say this over and over again. If you are now married somebody that wants to now use that saying, I'm not your hair, thank God I don't have that issue. But I know people that have that issue that I'm like, wow. So sometimes I will get back and say, babe, thank you. I'm see what I see for cancer. It's to say that so you deal with me. I don't work out, make a good man leave Nigeria. Because, but thank God for a good wife. Thank God for, no, God is good. No, God is good. I'm just happy, enjoying life. People that know me, they know that the guy is enjoying life now. Yes. Just peace and joy. And my boy, it's a blessing.